Even among the tales of heroes and villains, my story is unique. You see, I came from the very best of what this world has to offer. And the very worst. Which leads me to the most common of questions. Why? Why was I created? Why am I here? There's only one other who knows what it's like to struggle with these questions. So, I'm going back to the beginning, his beginning, to a place simply known as Smallville. Good morning. Or not. Here you go, Mayor. I believe this is yours.
Oh, my goodness. Lord, how dare you do that?
Hello? Professor Hamilton? It's Connor Kent. I need to see you. Right away. Thanks.
So, thinking of visiting the caves? Maybe spending a little time at the fortress?
No, not really. This is just another reminder.
Huh? Reminder of what?
That none of this was meant for me. This isn't the key to my ship. It's his. The caves aren't a secret passage to a fortress built for me. It was built for him. It's all about Clark. Clark is off saving Metropolis, and I'm getting smacked by a senior citizen for bringing her purse back. So it dawned on me. I'm not a hero. I'm just a copy of one. Not even a perfect copy.
So, that's why you called me.
I didn't know who else to call. Mrs. Kent has been really great. Putting me up here, she's been really great. But everywhere I look, it's just a reminder that all this was meant for Clark, and I'm not him. I know that you two have a special relationship and that he's been able to trust you with his secret. I also know that you've done a lot of research into our abilities, and that you're the one person who might be able to help me live a normal life.
Connor, are you sure a normal life is what you want? You are capable of amazing things, you know. Maybe even more than you realize. I'm not so sure your gifts are something I'd be so eager to rid myself of.
See, that's just it. They aren't my gifts. They're his. I would much rather live a normal life that's mine than try to live an extraordinary life that already belongs to someone else.
Okay, Connor. I may have a way to provide what you want, but I need you to be absolutely sure. You see, this process has never really been tested before, so there may be some unexpected side effects. And if it does work, it will change your life. There's no question about that. So, Connor, I need you to be sure, very, very sure, that this is what you want.
I'm sure. So that's it? That's the cure for being super?
Well, to tell you the truth, Connor, my team and I just happened to have stumbled across this formula. You see, we were trying to synthesize a vaccination in order to make Clark impervious to meteor rock. We theorized that if the meteor rock could be refined and weakened in concentration, then perhaps it could be absorbed at the cellular level. As a result, Clark's body might be able to counteract the deleterious effects that meteor rocks produce on Kryptonian physiology. We were testing the formula by introducing it to some sample blood cells that Clark provided. The formula was successful in bonding with the cells, and once bonded, they did not show any adverse effects when exposed to the samples of meteor rock.
So it worked. You found a way to get rid of Clark's only weakness.
Well, not exactly. The bonded cells did seem impervious to meteor rocks. However, the cells appeared to be vulnerable to all other introduced stimuli. To put it simply, they behaved exactly like normal human cells, with their myriad of frailties. Not exactly the results we were looking for. So we destroyed the bulk of the formula and the research leading to its creation. After all, we didn't want it falling into the wrong hands. This vial is all that remains. Enough to further our studies, but certainly an insufficient amount to hurt our friend.
But if there's not enough formula to hurt Clark, then how can it help me?
Well, Connor, as you're fond of pointing out, you and Clark do share a similar physiology. However, you're not identical. I believe there is enough formula here to bond to your cellular structure and to make you, for all intents and purposes, a normal human being. But your body will most likely try to reject the formula, and it may cause some side effects. The formula will then bond with your cells or it won't. But I want to stress to you, in all of our tests, there was not one single time we were successful in separating the formula from the Kryptonian DNA once it had bonded. You need to realize that if this works, Connor, there is no way that we can reverse the effects.
I've given it all the thought I need to. It's time for me to start living my life.
Now, Connor, this may actually pinch a little. There should be enough meteor rock in the formula to allow the needle to penetrate your skin. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right, Connor. Well, how do you feel?
I feel exactly the same.
Well, I told you there would be no telling exactly how the formula would react with your system. All we can do now is wait and see what happens. My suggestion to you is that you be up and on your way, go about your day, but be careful. You don't want to be lifting a harvester, something heavy, over your head and suddenly lose your strength.
All right, you're the doc. I've got some chores to take care of at the farm for Mrs. Kent, so I guess I better get to it. Professor Hamilton?
Yes.
Thanks for everything.